Greetings Earthlings, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sumed Chatterjee. I am a flow state specialist, so I help you feel your best and perform your best. Today we're talking all about handling anxiety around women, okay? If you're ever struggling with this is a good video to watch. So tune in till the end because I'm going to give you an offer that you can't refuse, okay? All right, bro, so let's get real. What is so terrifying about women, okay? Are you intimidated by the beauty? Are you intimidated by the bitchiness or the sassiness? Are you intimidated by a closed off body language, which brings you, past trauma of a girl who rejected you way back when? And that's bringing you tension that I'm gonna feel that again. You gotta just really get clear about what your intention and your purpose is in this thing. For me, I understand the substrate of the divine feminine, if that makes sense, okay? What is underneath, what is subliminal, the feminine energy I get. The more you study into that feminine energy, that Venus energy, that love energy, the energy of beauty, okay, that energy of fertility and strength and graciousness, you know that is such a powerful energy for you to tap into. However, when you're feeling anxiety, you're separating yourself from the feminine. You are saying that I am over here and she is over there. And I have to walk over to her and approach her. And this dynamic, this storyline in your mind that keeps playing is infiltrating. You see? You already have a story in your mind that she's going to say no to you. And so you approach with that energy. I want you to approach with the energy that of course she's going to be into me, bro. What the hell what are you talking about? She's not gonna be into it. What, is she blind? Is she stupid? Like what? That level of confidence. You're like a qualitative researcher, but you're having so much fun doing your research that you kind of forget about her as one of the people, giving you datums or for the survey, right? Try this out. Excuse me, hi, quick question. This statement itself will save you time, energy, and nonsense. Excuse me, hi, quick question. 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 Just keep saying it in your own way, different ways, different pitches, different accents. And then whatever comes from there, the divine will give you. Okay, you can have a pre-prepped one, okay? You can have a pre-prepped opener that you use every time as training wheels, that's cool. But practice getting innovative, practice improvising in the moment, what comes up for you. Excuse me, quick question, are you an artist by chance? Oh really, okay, no, I'm friends with a lot of art. That's so smooth, bro, that's so smooth, because it's like you have a reason to stop somebody and talk to them, right? It's like you don't just go up there like, hey, I'm an adult now and I'm looking for friends. I don't know if you wanna cut that out. Cut that out. Okay? Cut that out. That's not innovative behavior. Innovative behavior is, excuse me, quick question. Were you in that, I don't even know if this is you, but there's like a show. Okay, hear me out here. There's a show with a girl and a guy. You're not an actress, are you? Yeah? You're looking real pretty today, actually. Are you tensing your body? What, guys don't approach you like this? Well, of course I'm not every guy. I like your smile. It's nice. This is this kind of banter, okay? You're gonna have to get used to this. Now, through that entire time, I could have been feeling anxiety. I'm feeling anxiety, I'm feeling tension, I'm feeling anxiety, I'm feeling tension. But that nervous energy is keeping me going with the thread of conversation. See what I'm doing? If I walk away, it's not a loss. I'm still happy either way. You get what I mean? Because I have a dope life. That's the vibe, and that's going to actually override your anxiety. Instead of thinking you're approaching her, you're just sharing your vibe with her, bro. That's it. She either vibes with you or she doesn't. And it becomes easier because once you realize that there are certain attractive qualities or eyes on you, I always get eyes on me, straight up. But I don't always approach every girl, okay? I don't. I really don't. I think it's a waste of time, to be honest. If she's really giving you the side eye glances, and the kind of she's checking you out, when a girl is checking you out, right? You just need to build that intuition up to that point. Because when I was younger, I had no fucking clue, okay? I was like a robot. Kind of just like, press A, B a bunch of times on the joystick, right? But I was doing that in real life, like trying the one move again and again, and it wasn't working, but I wouldn't try anything different, right? And that might be some of you too. You're not willing to explore your range. But now it's the time to really explore your range so you get that versatility, so you don't have that much anxiety, because you need the skill to handle these different social pressured scenarios, especially around very hot women. Of course, a lot of us could get flustered. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? You get embarrassed. So what, bro? You know? Oh, boo-hoo, your heart crumbled as a man because of one person? No. I'm not going to allow that for you. I won't allow it. I don't know if you'll allow it. You might allow it for yourself. I don't allow it for you. What the fuck? Okay, shake that shit off. Like it's a bad bug that you got or something. Like, jeez. Disgusting. Hey, where the fuck is the hand sanitizer? Jeez. Okay? Why'd you have to be so rude? I'm not being rude. I'm being real. There's a difference. The word for savage in Bengali means rude. That's my mother tongue. Okay, Bangla. The word Oshobho, bro? Oshobho means ill-mannered, rude. But it also means savage. I'm not bound by any rules. Yes, there's manners and etiquette, but who are you? Hey, get off your high horse. Get off your high horse, Mr. Knight. I'm taking you down from your pedestal. You're not that big to me. You're actually a small fly. And that's how you gotta treat your anxiety. It's just a small fly. It's just bugging you. It's like bzz, 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 but you're the Buddha. The bee that's buzzing around the Buddha is inconsequential because he is still gonna attain samadhi. I'm just giving you a different perspective. That's my greatest strength of all goddamn time. By the way, this is coming from a guy who used to have panic attacks in the past, okay? I used to struggle from major anxiety and, I found a way out of that trap, okay? First of all, I realized that my anxiety was bringing me to a very high beta brainwave, okay? And I started to understanding the science that I knew at the time. So first thing that I did was I started listening more to alpha waves and alpha frequencies, okay? When I did this, it actually helped me to become more relaxed, to become more calm, right? It actually helped me to ground myself because I understood that through binaural beats, I could actually heal my anxiety. I had that belief in the back of my mind even before I started exploring these sounds. And that goes back to what Tesla said about the secrets of the universe of vibration and energy, right? I knew I would be doing something related to this. I understood that this was kind of a pinnacle understanding that if I could do this myself, I could guide others along the process too. And so I wrote my college thesis on Fake It Till You Make It, the whole idea of it. And that eventually became my book, TPM, which you guys know. So authenticity versus role play was what I was really exploring. And I found out that there's a lot of cases to prove the whole fake it till you make it thing, but it's not really fake it till you make it, it's act it till you fact it. And that was the kind of big reframe for me, okay? Now using that tech on my own anxiety, I understand that it's a process of desensitization, right? Like doing something enough times, like that would be the exposure therapy route, right? You just do it a little bit until you get comfortable with it. Let's say that you are terrified of crocodiles, okay? And so you get a crocodile soft toy. What does that do? That kind of normalizes it, it humorizes it, it makes it much more manageable, okay? Whatever is mentionable is manageable. That's like a Mr. Rogers quote or something, but anyway. So anxiety, usually it's perpetuating a fear of the future, a fear of the outcome in the future, okay? What are you really afraid of? Death and the future. The future is the unknown, so you're gonna have to fall in love with the unknown. How can you? When your heart is beating out of your chest, right? And so I understood that my breath was like the Google Translate of my whole experience, okay? I could use my breath to ground myself in my physical space. Once I knew how to do that, I could easily manage whatever stress or anxiety was perpetuating on the outside. okay? So I started to fall in love and observe the symptoms of it. What was it doing to my body? It was making my body shaky. So what did I do? I said, no, actually, you're not in control, actually, okay? The anxious mind, I'm talking to the anxious mind with like an outer mind. It's weird, right? I'm talking to it like, no, man, you're not in control, actually. I'm in control. So I got an ice cube, and I was just like putting ice cube on my skin to override the overthinking of the negative thought in that very moment, and the sensations of the ice actually helped me to come and bring back. Of course, that was just an example, but I understood in that moment how important mindfulness was to me. Understood that bringing my mind back into the present moment was one of my most religious practices, okay? Religious in the sense of regulare, right? Not like a religion. Regulare is a Latin word which means just to have regulations, to have rules, okay? And I've always found myself in this flow code, okay? Shout out to Flow Code. They do amazing work out there too. A lot of cool coaches out there. The word anxiety itself, right? It's just a crippling label. If you tell yourself that you have anxiety, you're not going to take action on that anxiety. You're going to perpetuate ways to stay within that anxiety because your mind loves comfort, your ego loves comfort, and it wants to stay in that same place, right? And so you're actually going to have to force your mind to do uncomfortable things. That's it. And the way that you speak to your mind is going to be very, very key here. You don't want to be too kind. You don't want to be too mean. Some of you are like, what do you mean too mean? I mean, okay? I mean, when you put yourself so low on the totem pole, your standards are so low that it starts to affect your life quality. Okay? Your quality of life, which could be up here, which is full of vitality and energy and strength, right? That indomitable will. Down here, there's a tension, there's a closing, there's a constriction. So what's the best way to get over this? Training. Training and practice. Training your breath, training your mindset, training your body with certain movements and bioenergetic exercises. You can overcome this. Okay? You can overcome this. I've helped a lot of people with this. You can tell by the way I'm speaking about it, right? This is not a novice way of speaking about a topic. I've had it myself. I've helped many clients overcome their anxiety using just my positive psychology background, okay? I've even helped a lot of other people who are also taking psychotherapy, right, on the side, and they were completely, almost clinically insane, but I helped them get their life back in order and remove the labels. I've done that too. But I'm not here to sit here and like brag about my accomplishments or anything, but I'm just saying this is so real, man. And I understand now that I work with deities and so forth, which might sound weird to some of you, but start to understand that that is such a powerful way to overcome your fear, is to borrow the confidence of the deity. They allow you to do this, okay? Some of these beings, you just have to create a form of conversation with them, an alliance with them, okay? A relationship. What is a relationship? You're both relating to each other. Oh, you're like a mirror, actually. Oh yeah, that is a relationship, okay? There's a balancing of minds, okay? Two people supporting each other with their ascension. That's my idea of it. I don't think of it, these labels, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. Okay, fine. That's a label though. Anxiety, another label. These are all just words, you see? And so I was trapped in that old paradigm, and now I start to realize, as one of my deities, who I channeled yesterday, you can very much tell who it is, okay, has said passion overrides the fear. But the way that this being or this deity told me was through a rhythmic song of Marvelous Mambo, right, like that song. So I was like, passion overrides the fear, and then passion overrides the fear. So he was using a tune to get into tune with me. If you're a clairaudient, that might make sense to you. If you're just a regular dude, you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? That's okay, man. Hey, you can validate my claims, okay? You can attend a free channeling session. Just check it out for yourself. If you don't feel anything, if you don't transform, hey, you got nothing to lose, okay? So the more you can laugh at it and ask yourself what's beautiful about your anxiety, the more it will transform, right? So the thing about it is, let's say your hand is shaking, you go, hand is shaking, okay? That's one approach. It's the complete embracing of it. You're not clenching into it thinking that it's awkward. You're owning it for what it is. The fear needs to be stepped up to face, eye contact to eye contact. Just mean mug it, okay? Just mean mug your fear. I'm telling you, imagine if your fear was an actual character. For me, it's Shaggy. That's what it's always sounded like. I call him Zoinks, okay? But for you, it might be somebody different. But as you're hearing that voice, you gotta mean mug him. Kind of be like, what are you talking about? No. Yeah, but that's not real though. That's just your fantasy. You're saying that. Oh, okay. How do you know it's a monster? How do you know? Monster? Okay, how do you know it's a monster? That makes no sense. That makes zero sense to me, okay? You have to have this kind of relationship with your anxiety so you can support it. Almost like a big brother. You get it? Some of you got that as well, okay? But kind of like a big brother, right? So that energy will give you a sense of a connection. This energy will give you a sense of connection associated with the better support of a particular vision that you may have. So this entity yesterday said, it's not fear, it's exhilaration. I'm exhilarated by it. It's the arousal of being involved with something. Let's go. I'm doing something with my energy. So if I had to write a prescription for you for Xanax, I would just write the word take action on a piece of paper and hand it to you. And you say, but I can't take action. I tell you, you can. I tell you, you can. You just think that you can't. Those are your thoughts. They're not truth. You think that you can't. You can. Believe in yourself. That self-belief is going to be so important and key for you, man. That's the only missing piece for some of you. Don't downplay it either. Don't be like, oh man, yeah, you know what? I'm actually a great guy. And then you have all these problems stacked up. No, that's not what I'm saying either, right? But we got to be nuanced and smart about this shit. If you really have generalized anxiety disorder and you're really deep down the rabbit hole, keep taking whatever pills that your psychiatrist is giving you, okay? I'm not here to tell you to get off your pills or whatever. That's not my expertise. I'm not advised to do that, to tell you what medication to take, okay? But I am here qualified enough to give you the mental tech to provide you with a solution and not sit there and wallow and grieve and wallow and stay low and then, wallow again and then, find more isolation and then fall into a victim pattern and then do the same repetitive behaviors and then stay in the same. It's like a cycle, bro. And once you break out of this hamster wheel or this samsara cycle or this flow state cycle, the flow cycle, right? Where maybe some of you are just looping, right? Like you're just respawning in struggle phase and you're not able to feel the full extent of the other phases. Okay, there are 4 phases, by the way. Herbert Benson, look it up. The flow state model looks at anxiety, that you're just not skilled enough to handle it. You're anxious because it's way too challenging for you. It's too much pressure for you. It's too overwhelming for you. So you need to bring that pressure down. You need to ease, brother. You need to just ease and breathe. Be in silence for a little bit. Soften yourself. Not like a pussy. So how do you get skilled? You meet with a practitioner or a skillsman, okay? A craftsman, a skill builder, a kingmaker. You go to one of these individuals. They are out there. You need to find them. You need to go on a vision quest and find them. They're actually out there waiting for you, okay? There's deities sitting in other countries going, when is blank gonna visit? Or at least that's how I like to think about it, okay? Maybe I can confirm with the Primal Sutra family, but, if that's the case, but I'm guessing that's the case for a lot of us. But we're unaware when the God in you becomes bigger than the problem in front of you, you win, because you are God. And that thing is too. The tension that you're creating is self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. Do you really hate yourself that much? Because I don't hate you, okay? Whoever you are watching. I don't. And if hatred spews through my heart at you, that was not my intention. But sometimes we do that shit, right? To look tough and shit. I'm being real, motherfucker. I'm not here to be tough. I'll be tough when I want to be tough. For right now, let me feel through this ferocity, this engine, this grit, this fire inside of me, giving me this anxious feeling of uncertainty and shakiness and nervousness. But really, it's a reminder to come back to the now. So if you see your symptoms of your anxiety as a reminder, it's like a signpost, okay? You're driving too fast as you're driving, right? You go, oh, okay. And you slow down a bit. Speed limit is this much. Okay, it's literally the sign is screaming at you. Same thing, your body's screaming at you. It's a little bit too dangerous out here. Your amygdala is saying. You're going, it's okay. It's going to be okay, amygdala. Super ego comes in, Yo, bro, you got this. You can still do a little bit more. Come on, just push yourself a little bit tinier. Okay, good. Now refine it, hold it back. Good. Now take a break. Right? You see how trainers train you? That's how you got to talk to your own anxiety, bro. Or sis or chica, whoever's watching, right? So a sis is like a homegirl, okay? And a chica is like, bow chica, wow, what you want to say? That's how I differentiate them in my mind. Anyway. And hoes gonna be hoes, okay? So let's ignore that. Some of you guys who are speaking, you're not speaking into her listening and language, okay? It's making you more anxious to stay in your own bubble in reality too, because you're perpetuated around what you know, and you're not curious enough to know about her and what she knows. You don't want to obviously be looming over people, but you want to give people the appropriate space with the dynamic, but also you have a mission in this world. You have a purpose in this world. You're moving forward despite feeling the fear. The fear is just going to add a little bit of bumpiness and shakiness. That's it. But if you can move through that and open yourself up to the experience, okay? The embrace of a powerful experience that is shocking to you. You relax the system and you embrace the fear sinking deep into your belly. You're closing yourself up, right? You're constricting your own energy. And then what do? You do the Super Saiyan move. You go, ah! Right? Kamehameha style. You open yourself up and you stay here. You stay here. You stay open. You stay open. That might seem actually crazy to some of you, like, oh my gosh, he's a Dracula or like a mad scientist. I don't know what he's doing. There's actually scientific benefits to laughter, okay, to deal with your anxiety. This is why comedians can also be incredibly anxious but still give great performances, because they're using that anxiety as creative and nervous tension. You've got to use the tension as creativity, okay? That is one of the biggest secrets that I learned from this man way back when. So maybe this was around like 2016 or something. At the time, I'd read the Kybalion. I met this man named Ryan Pinnock, okay? I met him in London, and we actually won his social media competition, and he invited me and his, other few people to have dinner with him and like ask him questions. And he gave me like this book called The Philosopher's Stone, and like he got me into studying deeper into alchemy and so forth. Like, he definitely knew the Kybalion because he was actually talking about the Hermetic principles in his Super Genius program at the time. I remember the vibe that he had as he was walking through the world. I could tell that this guy understood something. This man understood something about life back then. He was just doing these free events, right? Giving massive value. And some people stayed and some people did the workshops and so forth. Now, I didn't train with him, but he told me what the process of his program was about. I understood it, I interpreted it in my own way, and I walked away from that interaction being much stronger and being much better. So you need to hang around these high-level individuals that you randomly meet, okay? Go to these events, go to these random places, man, and figure things out. Like, you might feel a little bit reserved, you might be like, I don't know if this is the right time or the right moment, or maybe I'll wait. You'll think of all the excuses, but until you're not in the fucking kitchen yet. It's like you have all the ingredients, but you're not even in the kitchen yet, cooking. You gotta maybe, accidentally get a little, stabbed with a knife, and you go, oh, oops, okay? Don't be so reserved and held back so much, okay? There's certain things that you can wean yourself to do very slowly and adjust it. Small chunk it down even further. Small chunk it down even further if you can. If you can't talk to that pretty girl, at least walk past her, okay? At least give her eye contact and then walk away. At least high five her or something. At least cheers her in the environment. At least, and you keep going. Whatever you can do in that moment. But the moment you do that, you'll get more energy. You can stack that. That's called momentum stacking in the flow state. You gotta stack it onto the next one. Pay it forward, motherfucker. So I hope this video helps you out today. If you need help with your anxiety, bro, I got you, okay? I've been there before. I know it sucks. Hang in there. If you need my help, I'm here, bro. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again. Us.